But before that, I want to share with you where this comes from and my experiences here at university. So last year, I was fortunate to be selected as one of the 80 students from 36 countries out of over 3,000 applicants to attend here University. It is founded by Ray Kurzweil and Peter Menendez. Both are highly regarded as one of the most influential innovators in the 21st century. And we were trying to create a social innovation that will positively impact 1 billion people in the next 10 years. So when you recruit these 80 students from all over the world and trying to force them to form teams and create social innovation, you have to do some team building. So that's one of the marshmallow challenges. Each team had to try to build to see the highest tower they can build with the marshmallow and pass sticks. And then we also need to challenge each team to see which team can cross the river faster. A lot of teamwork. And then we came up with our own challenges. See who can hold us for longer. And since there's 36 countries and different participants, culture is a really important thing. So we have culture nights. This is my friend Zeus from Mexico, but also live in Europe, that enchanted us with these amazing games. And our innovation now, you can do a 3D scan of yourself, and then print out a little mini-me so that you can put it on your kitchen. We were literally bombarded by all kinds of technology, like over 400 hour instruction count, like more than a regular 2-year graduate study program. So this is Peter Menendez talking about Stephen Hawking's zero gravity flight. And inspiration is also a really important thing at SU. And here's Danbury, who been to space 3 times, share his journey to trying to become an astronaut. He started at Pride when he was 17, and he got accepted when he was 39. So resilience. And we learn neuroscience through real brain. And then we also try to challenge us to be a surgeon. That's me trying to sew a piece of meat back together. And then that's Max trying to see if this pink here able to detect how he feels. You know, whether it's happy or sad. And that's myself and the Google self-driving car. And there's also a lot of hands-on workshops. They're really trying to push us to be a builder. And we have these amazing innovation company field trips, like Autodesk, Genentech. And I guess we were quite inspired by Autodesk. So the other thing is public speaking is highly emphasized at SU. They really wanted to encourage us to become an entrepreneur that can do your 60-second pitch. And then here's a debate about the athletes. That's Ali being tried in the future court about some kind of implementation of technology that we develop. And then we have SU Fight Club, where we're really debating what is the implementation of one particular technology, and there's different viewpoints. And anybody know about Tony Robbins? A few. Okay, so Tony Robbins is considered like one of their highly regarded self-motivation experts. And his workshop usually costs like over $3,000. But we were invited to attend his workshop for free, and then he also pays us a visit. And that's close to the end of the program. And that's my mom in the middle. And then as you can see, in most of the photos, I have long hair. I have long hair for 15 years. And now I have short hair. Because because at the end of July last year, I was diagnosed with cancer. It was very hard. But luckily, I was surrounded by a really supportive community, and I think it gave me a lot of strength, enabled me to actually be here now and talk to you guys. So it was funny because the day before the final pitch, last presentation, was my first chemo, 8 hours chemo and radiation. And I really don't know if I could be on the stage. And as you actually came out presentation on Tuesday night, and Wednesday I really don't know. Thursday, because of all that backup 1, backup 2, I was a lot more relieved. Then we started practicing. I laid down for 45 minutes, take some drugs that I don't do on the stage. And we were able to present. And we won a standing ovation. It was highly encouraging. So, while I was sick, I didn't know I had cancer. I have a wrong diagnosis before that, but I knew that I was highly stressed. So I started to look into stress hormone, and it was really shocking because apparently it's become the #1 blood killer in modern society. And the saddest part is the kind of medicine doesn't treat it. It only treats you, after you already get sick. And then some of the data are quite depressing. 40% of Americans suffer from some kind of serious psychological distress, and only a few percentage receive treatment. And then if you look at the data on depression drugs, the data itself is really depressing. So we wanted to broadcast empathy for a better world, because if you tell somebody they're stressed, they might be even more stressed. However, if you broadcast empathy and you tell them they're loved, and you remind them of happy moments in their life, then you automatically take away their stress. We are creating the next paradigm shift in human emotion understanding by using biosensors and contextualized data gathering. Meet Henry, as documented by Oliver Sacks. Henry Abel has dementia, and he's unable to interact with his environment. However, Henry Abel is a musician. So by giving him an iPod and some of his favorite music, Henry Abel come back to life. So now he not only remember his favorite musicians, he's also able to talk about life philosophy. So imagine, just a simple aesthetic pleasing method such as music could help Henry, a dementia patient. What could this do to you? This could be one of those days that you had a really bad day at work, your boss yelled at you try to drive home, there's a lot of traffic, you're stuck in traffic, but you don't want to be in an accident. So if your sensor able to pick up the signal that, hey, this person is highly stressed, and then automatically feed that data to your mobile, then your mobile will communicate to your environment, in this case, into a car. Then your car starts playing some music, will automatically slow you down. And then you're not that mad anymore. By the time we get home, you give your wife or husband a kiss and not get into a shouting match. Well, and as a designer, my desire of the future of understanding emotions is that my earring will be able to tell me I'm about to get sick. My necklace is able to tell me that I'm about to get sick. Because during research we discovered it's not that people doesn't know they're stressed. They know. They don't know how to stop. They don't know how to get out of there. I knew that I was highly stressed due to work and other things, but I didn't know how to stop. So after the standing ovation of presentation, and I had to face face the reality. I had to go into my cancer treatment. And during the cancer treatment, I can't really actively push the project forward. So I done a lot of paper reading, and I got into the struggle because, well, I'm a designer, just like Ben told everybody earlier, and research is not my expertise. I mean, I'm highly interested in neuroscience, but I'm not a neuroscientist. I'm not a medical professional. And there's so many different biosignals that relate to stress. And there are also so many sensors out there now. Which one do I pick? Do I pick the voice? Do I pick heart? Do I pick your man's skin? You know, and then in order to pick the different signal, I had to be an AI operator. Then I be an AI scientist. So I was like, oh my gosh, how can I build this? So I don't know if any of you guys have experienced one of those moments in your life. You'll be like, Okay, so I went to, so one of my inspirations while I'm going through cancer treatment, I love the dance. So I was thinking, oh, maybe after cancer treatment, I don't want to, go back to, my, full-time job and then work and don't know how to stop. So if I become a part-time dance teacher, so maybe, I have to teach other people to dance, but I wouldn't stop. I had to do it myself. So that was just like one thing, like, oh, I could do it part-time. And then I was joined to BJ Clark, a behavior design expert, highly well known in the Bay Area from Stanford. And he had a design for dance conference. And then just that night, when I get home, my good friend Tom sent me this video about this cancer patient from India who's giving a TED talk about how she fights cancer with dance. So that became dance for me. And I was able to connect with one of my alumni who specializes in neuroscience, and she helped me do some research. And apparently, dance and movement therapy is highly effective for emotion and physical well-being. It increases serotonin, it decreases dopamine. As a result of that, you achieve a more balanced brain. And in pair dance, actually increase your motor skills, your brain communication efficiency, balance, coordination, and timing. But the best part is when you can combine both. When you can listen to the music and dance and synchronize with the rhythm, you achieve the best result. I also decided to teach my own pitch. I decided to tackle what dance for healing can be helping a lot of people with various conditions. But I decided to tackle the toughest challenge and also a huge desire for myself to give back to the cancer community that was really supportive of myself. So cancer patients while in treatment, they experience a lot of physical fatigue and mental stress. Almost everybody was told by the doctor, try to exercise when you can, going through the treatment. But many did not do it. Why? It could be due to the ability, it could be due to the motivation. However, one thing that a lot of people forget is that somebody might have the ability to do it and might have motivation to do it. However, they just sit there all day and they don't do it because they lack of trigger. So dance for healing with music and dance automatically become like the best combination because music had a long history of healing powers and it also created a natural trigger for dance. Right? How many of you, when you hear your favorite music, you start bumping, you start moving? Right? Yeah, I see that. So we wanted to teach people how to learn basic movements and build dance habits so that they can recover faster and also save money. So this is the ecosystem for dance for healing. So there will be a home training component using Connect. So it will give you feedback. So if you let me know when you're and then they will be able to go. Because an insight from a movement healer is that, and a lot of you know, who's well known, who knows neuroscience probably know this too. So if you learn a particular movement associated to a particular piece of music, when you hear that music again, and when you think about the movement that you're going to go do, you actually achieve similar physiology response. So that, let's say, if a person learns how to dance at home, and while they're taking this application to go, they might be in an environment that they can't really just get out to dance, you know, in the bus or in the doctor's office. But when they look at the application, they could actually imagine their body going through it, and they physically achieve a similar result. And then dance is also a social community building activity. So if we can not only teach people how to dance and let them continue the healing benefit on the go, and then also bringing the community together. Because while I was interviewing a lot of cancer patients as well as people who teach how to heal, there's a struggle. The person who wanted to teach, they told me that it's really not going to make any money. They just do it because they want to help. And then the person who wanted to heal, sometimes they just stuck at home, they don't want to do it. And sometimes they're like, oh, I don't know which teacher will be good. Why would I be paying, you know, $10 and find out the teacher I want to be like? So this is the power of eye tracking and data. So based on how you feel, how do you feel right now? We will recommend the type of music and dance that you may like. And then we also recommend the type of groups that you may like. And then this part is really interesting because we track each person's individual data, like what type of cancer, what's the demographics. And then we also track how much they do every day, and what's their progress, how they feel before, and how they feel after. So imagine 10 years, we have this data with many different cancer patients. And then we just feed this data to a cancer research institute. What kind of data reveal? It could potentially able to tell that this type of cancer patient through this type of movement may help them reduce their healing cycle, you know, much shorter. And it could also lead to a lot of other interesting discussion, like discoveries. So what we really try to do is connecting the dots, connecting the community, like building almost like a YouTube channel that specializes in healing music and dance. So I want everybody to do 2 simple dance that, that I do almost do it every day now, based on the research that we did, and it will help a lot. So one is like this. Okay? And then when you listen to music, you could try to synchronize the music. And then you could, once you get a hand of that, yeah, you can do slow. You can also do fast, like, you know, medium speed, and then faster, right? Then you can alternate. Then you can do 2 beats left, 2 beats right. Do it every day, it will actually train your brain. And then the other exercise is this. And this is especially for computer people. It's hiding your breath. So you extend your arm like this, and you do like this. Did you feel it? You can actually see a muscle moving here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is really good for people who suffer from carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel. Yeah. So do this a couple times a day, you know, whenever you in your desk, and then, you know, if you have more time, synchronize the music. So you will achieve a better body in a better way. Thank you. So, any questions? Yes?
Is that software only for cancer patients?
Well, actually, we start with cancer patients. because they're harder to adjust. But it can obviously depend on a lot of people. Yeah. So the program that I'm showing will be tracking, different type of conditions in my mouth. Yeah. And essentially the data will be even more amazing, once we gather enough data. Yes.
I'll call this more or less alternative, non-conventional medicine techniques that you're describing. Do they have actually better objective cure results, or do they just make you subjectively feel better? Is there a better improvement in survival rates, or is it just you feel better irrespective of whether you're going to be done?
Right, so music actually had a lot of documentations and research papers published in terms of its healing power. Hence, there's less information out there, like in terms of research papers, but both are highly effective. And the best part combined with music and dance.
Survival rates?
Survival rate currently, no, and I'm hoping my application might be able to adjust that. Anyone else? Yes.
Sorry, I didn't get how do you get like the data of the user?
Okay, so the data, as I shared with you, I have a little struggle because when we were initially brainstorming this idea about using fire sensor to track emotions, then there's so many different areas you can track, right? And then I think the answer will be just one application that we start to build using the data gathering platform that we essentially build first. But it can actually have different applications, not just dance repeating. But for entrepreneur, the ability to be able to build something first, then I can always go back to pick the senses. So I had this conversation with an MIT sensor expert, and his advice was that don't worry about sensors. Don't worry about biotracking. Because all of the sensors out there, people don't know what to do with it. And then build your own solution. Once you build it, then you can go back up. You can pick the technology you want. You can pick the sensor you want. Anyone else? Okay, great. I guess next I'm going to move to the panel. Where's Ben? Hang on one second.